welcome to chair yoga. Let's begin. We're gonna have a chair. The chair can just be something with a low back. It could be a folding chair, regular chair. It can have armrests, that's not a big deal. But we're gonna sit nice and comfortable. We're gonna have those feet flat on the floor, and then we're just gonna flip those palms up. And we're gonna close the eyes, and then we're gonna start to deepen our breath. So just closing those eyes, and we're gonna seal the lips. We're gonna take nice big inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. And maybe begin to count that breath. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 on that inhale. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 on that exhale. So just trying to make our exhales a little longer than those inhales. And really trying to fill that belly up, so allowing the belly to fully expand on those inhales, and then just feeling your belly button kind of tuck in or sink back toward your spine on those exhales. We're going to try to keep this breath going throughout the entire practice. I'm trying to just add that breath to our movements. And so with those inhales, you're really trying to create space and open up. And on the exhales, you're trying to release and let go. So anywhere you feel tightness or tension in the body at any point in time throughout the practice, that's where you're going to be using those exhales to really try to let all of that go. So you're breathing into those spaces where you feel any tightness or tension, or even if it's just the mind might be kind of wandering or lots of thoughts happening. So we're just trying to calm all of that down and letting go of all of those thoughts. And to help us do that, counting that breath will really help. And then from here, we're going to simply allow our right ear to fall toward the right shoulder. Make sure that left shoulder isn't hunching up, and make sure the right shoulder isn't coming up. We're just really relaxing those shoulders down. And then go ahead, inhale that head up through center. You're going to take it over to the left, just letting that stretch out. Really breathing into that neck, into the shoulder, anywhere you're feeling anything. And then inhaling it up through center. You're going to let that chin fall toward the chest, stretching out the back of the neck. And then slowly inhale up from here, letting that head fall back, opening up the throat. And then go ahead, bring it up from here. We're going to take that right ear toward that right shoulder again. And then this time we're going to let our chin fall down across our chest over to the left. Pause there. And then you're going to let that chin fall down across the chest over to the right. Pausing there. So just moving like this, nice and slow, back and forth. And then go ahead, bring it through center. You're going to lift that head up. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that right ear toward that right shoulder again. And we're going to let the head fall back across those shoulder blades over to the other side, pausing there. And then just moving back again. So nice and slow. If you feel anything tight, any tension, any knots, something that feels a little funky, you can always just kind of hold it in that spot and breathe and kind of let it stretch itself out. Otherwise, you're going to just keep moving slowly back and forth with your breath. So exhales take you back, inhales lift you up. And then you're going to bring it through center. You're going to lift that head up. And then from here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take those hands out in front of us. And we're going to touch each finger to the thumb all the way down. And then we're going to go all the way back. So you're starting with that pointer finger, moving down to the pinky, and then that pinky all the way back to the pointer. And you can go slow here. You can go fast, you can close eyes if you'd like. And then we're going to go ahead and cross our arms, and we're going to keep that going. So it might be a little more challenging. Again, if you want more of a challenge, then go ahead and close those eyes. And then we're going to unwind, and we're going to cross those arms the opposite way. So switching which arm's on top and which arm is on bottom. Again, if you want to challenge yourself more here, you can close those eyes, go faster or slower. Nice. Go ahead and release. You're going to shake those arms out. And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to take that right leg out in front of us. We're going to rotate that ankle around. So making sure we're still breathing. Nice. And then pause. Take it in the opposite direction. And then release. You can stomp that foot out, and we're going to switch sides, rotating that left ankle around. on pause, take that in the opposite direction. Nice, and then go ahead, release, stomp that out. We're gonna go back to that right leg again. We're gonna flex and point the toe. So flexing and pointing. Use that breath. And you can always set the heel down if it's too much to hold that leg up for any of these poses. Nice, set that down, switch sides, pointing and flexing. Nice, and then go ahead, set that down. Then we're going to try to do both at the same time. If it's too much, you can just alternate each leg or keep the heels on the floor. But your hands can hold on to that chair. And then you can go ahead and you're going to point and flex. Sorry for my dog who is now in our video. Point and flex. This is Maverick. He's a good boy. Keep your breath going. Apparently he wants to do yoga. And then we're going to set those legs down. You can stomp those feet out. Then we're going to take the right arm out in front of us. We're going to bring those fingers up toward the ceiling. We're going to grab hold with the left hand. We're going to gently pull toward us. So you're stretching out that forearm here. And then go ahead, release. You're going to point those fingers down toward the floor and then gently pull toward you. Nice deep breaths. And then you're going to release that, shake it out. We'll switch sides. You're going to bring that left arm out. So making sure that that is in line with your shoulder. And then grab hold of those fingers as you gently pull. And then you're going to go ahead and release that, point those fingers down toward the floor. Again, gently just pressing into that hand, allowing that forearm to stretch out. And then go ahead, release that. You're going to shake that out. We're going to take those arms out to a T. We're going to make little circles. So little circles with those arms. And then pause, take it in the opposite direction. Nice, and then pause, you're going to take it in the opposite direction, but bigger circles, so really big. And then pause, take it opposite, really big. And then release. You can shake those arms out. And then we're going to sit up tall, maybe scoot forward a little bit in your chair here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to maybe hold behind the leg if we need to, or we can hold onto the chair. And we're going to, kind of like riding a bicycle, you're going to take that right leg up and you're going to press that heel away just like you were pedaling with a bike. So just kind of pushing forward, using those leg muscles, using your core, using that chair to support you. Use your breath. Nice. And then pause. Now take it in the opposite direction like you're pedaling backwards. So pushing, push with that heel away. Really use those leg muscles. Use your breath. Nice. Set that down, stomp it out. And then we're going to switch sides. So taking that left knee up, and then again, you can hold behind the leg and kind of support yourself here if you need to. Otherwise, you can hold that chair, and then you're just kind of pedaling forward with that left leg. And then pause, take that in the opposite direction. So pushing with that heel, push. Nice, go ahead, release. Stomp those legs out. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cross our right ankle over the left, sitting up nice and tall here. You're going to sweep your arms up over your head, and you might want to scoot yourself back if you were scooted a lot forward. And then you're going to go ahead and fold forward over those legs. Your arms can come to the sides, toward the floor. They can rest on the legs, whatever feels good to you. And just let your head and neck hang heavy here. Nice deep breaths. And then slowly rise up from here. And we're going to unwind those legs. You're going to cross the opposite ankle over, so that left ankle on top now. And then again, reach nice and tall, get some length. And then exhale, just fold forward over those legs. Head and neck hang heavy. And then slowly rising up from here. We're going to go ahead and sit nice and tall, unwind those legs, put your feet flat. You're going to sit back again against that chair. Sweep those arms up over your head, nice and tall. You're going to drop that right arm down as you lean to the right. So you can hold the chair with the right hand if you'd like, or you can just let those fingers kind of dangle if you need a little more. So really reaching with your left fingers, maybe gazing up underneath that left arm. And then you're going to inhale up through center, and then you're going to drop that left arm as you lean to the left. And then inhale, bring it up through center. Take a little back bend, And then exhale, you're gonna fold yourself forward, let your head and neck hang heavy here. Nice deep breath. And then slowly coming up from here, we're going to come into a seated warrior one. So we're going to step our right foot out to the right a little bit. So we're just kind of pointing those right toes out at an angle. And we're going to sweep our arms up over our heads, breathing here. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to come into a seated warrior two. So we're going to take the arms to a T, take the legs a little wider, so stepping the left foot out, maybe right foot out even more, maybe scooting ourselves forward a tiny bit. Nice deep breaths here. Then we're going to bring those arms back up over our heads. We're going to straighten that right leg out as much as we can. It'll definitely still have a bend to it since we're seated. But we're going to kind of straighten that leg out. We're going to turn our waist so that our waist is and our chest are facing that right leg. And then you're just going to start to fold forward over that right leg. So the hands might just come on the thigh here. You may start to take the hands down that leg. They could come on either side of that leg. But you should feel a really nice stretch in your left side. So you should feel that kind of pulling and stretching there. You may feel it in other places as well. But just try to let yourself breathe and let your head and neck hang heavy here. Nice, and then we're going to come on up from here. We'll step those legs back together, and then we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to come taking our left foot out at that slight angle for that warrior one on the left. So right foot's kind of right where it is, left foot is angled out slightly, and then we're going to reach those arms up. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll come to that warrior two. So bring those arms to that T, widening your legs here. So stepping the right foot to the right a little bit, left foot to the left and out a little bit more. And just breathing here. Nice. Then you're going to bring those arms up again. And you're just going to turn your waist toward that left leg. That leg is out kind of straight. And you're turning that waist and chest toward that left leg. And then when you're ready, you're just going to fold forward over that leg. Again, maybe hands just come to thigh here, or you can take them down the leg, or you can place them on either side. And then let your head and neck hang heavy here. You should feel a really nice stretch in that right side. And then we'll slowly come on up from here. We're going to bring that leg back through center, both legs back through center. You'll sit tall, scoot back against that chair again. Sweep those arms up over that head. And you're going to drop that right arm down as you lean to the right. Nice deep breaths. And inhale it up through center. Drop that left arm down as you lean to the left. Inhale up through center, take a gentle back bend, and then we're going to fold forward, but we're going to this time take our legs wider, so a little bit wider here, and then you're going to fold forward between those legs. So head and neck hang heavy here. And those arms might be hanging, they might be on the floor, or they can be on the legs. And then we'll slowly come on up from here. We're going to take those arms up like cactus with our legs still nice and wide. And we're going to do some side bends. So exhale to one side, inhale through center. Exhale to the other side, inhaling through center. So use your breath here. Remember, you can always have your eyes closed through this whole practice as well. Sometimes that really helps to focus on that breath. So using your core, try to keep your hips grounded into your chair. Nice. Come back through center. Sweep those arms up over your head. And then again, exhale, fold forward in between those legs. And then slowly rise up from here, and we're going to come to standing behind our chairs. See where we're at. Okay. So we're going to come behind that chair. I'll turn mine sideways so you can see better. And then from here, we're going to stand nice and tall. We're using that chair for support. If you don't want to use the chair, if you feel comfortable without it, you can do that as well. And then from here, we're going to step our right foot back. We're going to bend into that left knee. And so those right toes are kind of at an angle, just like when we were seated. And then you're going to sweep those arms up. Maybe one arm comes up, maybe both arms come up. Nice deep breaths into your belly here. And then we're going to bring those hands back down to that chair. We're going to open up to warrior two. So we're going to turn our right foot to the side. Our hips are nice and open. The left toes are still facing our chair. And the wider you go with the legs, the more you can bend into that front knee. And you're going to take that right arm out behind you, left arm forward, and you're just going to maybe gaze over those left fingers, or you can look straight ahead, finding a focal point. So something not moving, something stationary, and breathing into that belly. Again, you can always hold that chair here. Really feel yourself pressing through both feet equally. And then we're going to reverse the warrior. So we're going to bring that right arm down that right leg. We're going to flip that left palm up. And we're just going to reach toward the ceiling. So just only going as far as feels comfortable for you. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, you can hold that chair with that left hand instead of reaching it toward the ceiling. Nice. And then we're going to come back to our warrior two. And we're going to add a little movement. So you can hold the chair if you'd like, or you can take those arms to that T still. You're going to flip your palms up. You're going to straighten the front leg as your fingers touch overhead, and then on an exhale, you're going to sink it down. Inhale, you're going to straighten the leg, lift the hands, touching. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, sinking it back down. Now we're going to come into an extended side angle. So you're going to bring your forearm to that chair, or you can bring it to your thigh if that's more comfortable. You're going to sweep your right arm up. And then we're going to rotate that shoulder around. So we're going to take that arm down and around. So just nice big circles, using your breath, exhaling as you go down, inhaling as you lift, taking your time. And then pause, take that in the opposite direction. So rotating that shoulder in the opposite direction. And then coming back up, and we're going to come back up to standing here, and then we're going to turn our toes out so we have a V shape with those legs. Now, if you need to stand directly behind the chair so that you can hold it with both hands, feel free to do that. So you can move yourself right now directly behind the chair. Otherwise, we're going to hold the chair with the one hand, or maybe we're not going to hold the chair, depending on us. So my toes are pointed out at angles. And then I'm going to squat down. So I'm squatting down, I'm tall in my spine. And then inhale, I'm going to stand. And if you want to add something here, you can bring your arm up like cactus, or both arms. You can squat down and then stand. If that's too much, always hold that chair. Maybe you want more, you can start to reach arms up as you straighten. Sink arms and legs down so you're moving everything at the same time. So using your core, trying to be tall in your spine, just using that breath. And back to standing, and then we'll come back to behind our chair. We'll sweep our arms up over our heads. We're going to drop that right arm down as we lean to the right. Inhale up through center. Drop your left arm down as you lean to the left. Inhale up through center. Take a gentle back bend here. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward over that chair. So you're going to let your head and neck hang heavy. You're going to bend into those knees a little or maybe a lot. And maybe you're on the hands here, maybe you're on the back of the chair, maybe you come onto forearms, maybe try to get that belly over that chair. So depending on how high your chair is and where you're at today. So just use that breath, let your head and neck hang heavy here. And then we're going to slowly rise up from here. I'm going to move my chair, you stay where you're at. I'm just going to flip around so you guys can see me better for our left side. So we're going to come behind that chair. And we're going to start with our left side. So we're going to step that left foot back. And we're going to bend into that right knee. And then we'll come into our warrior one. So again, Maybe lifting one arm, maybe lifting both arms. Nice deep breaths. Try to relax your shoulders. And then from here, we'll bring those hands back down to that chair. We're gonna open up to that warrior two. So we're turning, opening up those thighs, opening up those hips, and our right toe is staying facing that chair. And then we're gonna come to that warrior two. So maybe one or both arms lift. You can look over those front fingers or look straight ahead. And then we'll reverse this, so we'll bring that left hand down that back leg, flip your right palm up, and you can start to reach toward the ceiling, or maybe you hold on to the chair as you just gently lean back, feeling a nice stretch here. And then we'll inhale up from here, coming to our warrior two again. Then we're gonna add that movement as we straighten the front leg. Our fingers are gonna touch overhead. And then exhale, we're gonna sink it down. Inhale, we're gonna lift it up. Again, you can hold that chair with that right hand if you need to. Sinking it down. Lifting up. And we'll do one more. Nice. And then we're going to come to our extended side angle. So we're going to bring that right forearm to that back of that chair, or maybe our thigh. We'll sweep that left arm up, and then we're going to start to make those nice big circles. So just circling that arm around, just rotating that shoulder, breathing. So exhales, take that arm down. Inhales, lift that arm up. And then we'll pause, take that in the opposite direction. Nice deep breaths. Nice. And then we're going to go ahead and stand up from here. And then again, if you need to turn yourself behind the chair for this, feel free to do that if you want to hold that chair with both hands. Otherwise, you're going to have that V shape with those legs. The toes are slightly pointed out. We'll hold on to that chair, or you don't have to if you feel comfortable enough. On that exhale, you're going to sink down, and inhale, you're going to lift up. Now again, you can add an arm here, or you could add both arms. If you want more than that, you can straighten arms up as legs straighten, sinking and bending arms. And so everything could be moving. And you could also do that with just one arm. So just really using your legs here and your core, trying to be tall in your spine. Use your breath. And we'll do one more. Nice, and then we're going to step back behind our chair. And we'll sweep those arms up again over our heads. We're going to drop our right arm as we lean to the right. Inhale it up through center. Drop that left arm as you lean to the left. Inhale up through center. Take that little back bend. And then exhale, fold forward. Bend those knees a little or a lot. Let your head and neck hang heavy. And then we're going to slowly rise up from here. And then we're going to come back to seated in our chair. And we're going to sit nice and tall. Feet are flat, just like we started in the beginning of class. And we're going to come into a little spinal twist. So you're going to take that left hand, you're going to reach for that right thigh, and then that right arm can just hang, or you can start to drape it over the back of your chair if you'd like. Or if you have an armrest, you can use that to kind of help twist you. You're just going to start to twist to the right. You're looking to the right, or maybe you start to gaze over that shoulder. The more you're able to turn the head here, the more the spine will move. Use your breath. Go ahead and bring it back through center. We're going to switch sides, so taking that right hand to the left thigh. Again, you can drape that left arm. And just breathing as you twist. And then go ahead and come back through center. And from here, we're going to just take a nice back bend, and then exhale, fold yourself forward over those legs. Let your head and neck hang heavy. And then we're going to slowly come on up from here. And then we're going to come into our final resting pose. So we're going to just sit nice and comfortable, just like we started class. We're going to flip those palms up, and we're going to close those eyes. We're going to come back to our regular breath. So we'll take a nice big inhale, fill up your lungs and belly as much as you can, and exhale out your mouth, letting it go. Again, inhale, fill up lungs and belly as much as you can on that inhale. Exhale out your mouth, let it go. And one more time, inhale, fill, 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 and exhale, let it go. Enjoy your rest. Slowly begin to awaken the body by rubbing your thumb over your fingertips, wiggling your fingers or toes, maybe rolling your wrists or ankles, or just gently nodding your head side to side. And then taking a nice big inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up over your head, and then just exhale your hands to your heart in honor of your practice and those practicing with you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. The love and light within me honors that beautiful love and light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week and weekend, and I'll see you next time.